I think one, we're you know, as coaches, we're frustrated with the way we legislate. You know, our representation as coaches on all of these issues. You know, a major one for us were these spring visits now, you know, because we've got these PSAs can take official visits in April, May, and June, September, October, November, December, and January. You know, and so I don't think there was a lot of thought process put into what that was going to do for these spring, you know, official visits. You know, with the time management of your own athletes, having to now host on those weekends, you know, throughout the spring. How that would change their calendar as far as having to give them a day off, and so now they may give them a day off during the week so they can work out on Saturday and Sunday. I mean, so there's a lot of things that you know, that we think as coaches it's not good for our profession.
It feels like you guys are universally against that, so one wonders how anybody thought it was a good idea to start with.
Yeah, I know from my understanding is that you know, the ACC and the SEC conferences were the only ones that voted no on the package, but the other conferences did, even though we've talked to numerous coaches in those other conferences that are totally against it. So I'm not sure how that happened.
How will December signings affect your recruiting, and will it help you in some way outside of the spring?
You know, when we originally proposed, you know, some type of July signing date, and so having spring visits made sense then. So the kids, because you're going to sign it. What we did was we changed a signing date and put it in December. We didn't need to change the calendar to do that. I mean, we put it on the junior college signing day, which has been there, it's been traditional. And so, you know, the thing that it's going to affect is what you now have to do during the bowl season. You know, how important it's going to be to practice, get on a plane, fly to see a kid, you know, make sure you do that, get back at 2 in the morning, and then prepare your practice for that next day. You know, so it's, you know, it would be pretty hectic during that time.
There's been a lot of, speaking with Dave Doran yesterday, he couldn't put his finger on what some of the changes are going to be because it feels like it's in flux in terms of, you know, there's no 2 days anymore, obviously, but just ongoing.
Yeah,
how much?
Well, there's so much change, and we get the change. You know, coaches, we're pretty type A, and we like to have our calendar set, and we're pretty specific. I mean, fall camp times, all those things are set for us way in advance, and to get these changes when we got them, it makes it really tough on us. I don't think there's, you know, nobody's totally upset about not having 2 days, because most of us were only having 2 or 3 days of 2 days as it was. But now when you talk about start bringing your players in July, there's not a player out there that wants to come in July, you know. So, you know, I'm not sure who they were listening to when they made these decisions, because I'm sure it wasn't the football players. You know, I don't have a guy on my team that wants to come in July.
And it's all done under the guise of being for their benefit.
Correct.
How did you enjoy your trip with Mitch to the NFL draft?
It was awesome. You know, it turned out great, obviously, for him. You know, really proud of what he's accomplished. Excited about, you know, his future, and you know, for all of those guys that, you know, have gone on to reach all their dreams and goals and to play at that next level. I'm excited for all of them.